the reason you would use a rotary plow over a tiller, so let's just pretend we want to use this for raw ground. The reason you'd use a rotary plow over a tiller is that this goes a hell of a lot deeper. And the basic mechanics of it is that it's a big corkscrew, and this wheel is actually how you adjust the depth. So the thing, like if you're doing raw ground, you have to be very careful about how you start. If you start too deep, it'll just go down and you won't move anywhere. So what you do is you start really shallow and you make a little swath. Like we did an entire 2-acre field with a rotary plow on a farm I used 3 years ago or 4 years ago. And we went right down the center of the field and just kept working our way out. So what happens is you go down right the center, you have the wheel at the highest setting, and you'll go right down the middle, straight, and you'll be pushing all the dirt over to one way, and you'll be making like a little trench about, you know, this deep. You come back around, lower the wheel a little bit more, go right down the same trench. And you'll keep doing that a couple times until you get a nice deep trench. Then what you do is you flip it around the other way, and now you start pushing the dirt back in the trench. So what you do is you've got a trench like this. Now you're gonna have the machine, and what happens is the wheels will straddle, like you'll have your ground like this, right? Your wheels will straddle that hill. And so the machine will be like this, but the rotary plow will actually be straight. And what the rotary plow will be doing is pulling all the dirt back into the trench. So you'll go, whoops. It's okay, it still works. You'll go up the trench, moving dirt in, then you'll come back around the side, moving dirt back in. Then you'll go further and further and further and further and further and further until you've done the whole width and you basically shifted all your dirt in this way. And so if you're gonna do that on a field or in a greenhouse, you wanna do only a certain amount of width, because by the time you're on the 4th bed, you're coming along here pushing the dirt in, then you gotta lift the whole bloody thing up, move here, and you gotta keep moving further and further and further. So if you do a field that way, you wanna do it in blocks so that you're not walking so like 100 feet back and forth, otherwise it doesn't make sense. That's why they now make a rotary plow that turns both ways. So you can do a pass, come back around, and then you flip it the other way so that you don't have to do that back and forth. But that's a different application of the rotary plow than what we're going to do right now. So that would be if you're going in raw ground and you want to just go a real deep till right away. The nice thing about that rotary plow is you can go into like sod and just grass and it'll flip it all, whereas a tiller won't do it quite like it.